Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, June 26th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am listening, present, and available to nurture myself. Or it could even be I am listening, present, and available to nurture my inner child, because that is really the focus of today. And this year has some strong inner child energy going on with the North Node in Leo, enhancing our destiny by bringing this focus, by bringing our personal yellow brick road through the energy of Leo, the sign of the inner child, the sign that attunes us to the heart, to the source of that creative, joyful, loving energy. So we have that going on, and we have eclipses working us. And so to me, this moon in Leo is like, come on, we've got to prep you for these eclipses that are coming up. One of them, a major one, being in Leo in August. So here we are in this inner child energy. And to be fair, we don't have too much going on in the astro today, which I think is good, because we've had several days of like, whew, a lot. So today is like, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Are you meeting your needs? Because it is up to you, just you, to meet your needs. So we actually have the moon sextiling Jupiter today. And this moon sextile Jupiter is actually working in why can't I get the word? In conjunct, in a yod, in conjunct with Neptune, forming a yod with Neptune. So here we have this focus on Neptune, which brings in that energy of imagination, fantasy. Remember we said yesterday, use your illusion. Use that imagination. Use that fantasy. Albert Einstein, I'm gonna Mimi paraphrase this, but he said, if you want your children to be geniuses, read them more fairy tales. Get into the imagination. And so between the moon in Leo, bringing in that inner child play energy, connecting to this Neptune energy in this inconjunct form, and connecting with Jupiter, which is like that self-love, we're still majorly working the self-love energy, we have this little concoction, an astrological concoction that's taking us deeper into our fantasy to help move us into the next phase, the next step of our lives. So what is it that you want to fantasy? What is it you want to play? And listening in, when you were a child, what did you play? Did you play house? Did you play astronaut? Why? And how do you bring that energy in? This will help bring in more self-love to you. This will help you nurture your soul. This will help you get on that road to your soul source, destiny energy. So listen and then be present and available for yourself in and through this energy. This will help you when we hit Leo time. This will help you when we are in this eclipse energy. Get into that child playfulness. And what better time than summer? For those of you who are in the northern hemisphere, at least, get into the summer, play, nature energy. It's such an ideal time to get out in nature and celebrate. That being said, listening is definitely a theme of today. We have the sun in Cancer at 5 degrees. That is that mental energy of Mercury. But that's what I'm feeling. It's like listening in. It may induce some talky. It may bring in some aha realizations, but the best aha realizations I do feel will come from you using your illusion, from you using your imagination. Mercury today is in Cancer at 11 degrees as well, so master level degree. And again, it brings in that feeling of listening as it's at 11, because 11 has that reflection quality to it. Do I have a reflection card? It's not really a reflection, but it's definitely listening, inner voice, listening in first, and then listening to what's coming from outside of you, because I have a feeling that the trees and the nature and the rain and the clouds and the sun are all going to be wanting to talk to you, helping you use your illusion. I know this sounds a little fantastical, but fantasy is not as fantastic, and I mean that in that other sense, as fantasy-oriented as we think. So use it and see where it wants to take you. See what kind of stories that it wants to take you into. The final thing I do want to mention too is we still have Pallas at 29 degrees in Aries, and so to me it's like getting into this inner child, using the wisdom of this inner child I believe, is going to help us overcome some of these old obstacles that were put into place by well-meaning adults when we were growing up. Like, oh, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, that's not true, blah, 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 all those things. This is saying, hey, time to move through those blocks and be true to your I am vibration. Be true to your source energy. Be true to what your inner voice is telling you. You know, this is part of this Neptune yod, is really getting into that inner voice, getting into your personal intuition. The intuition is very strong today. So through practicing your self-love, listening to your intuition, it's going to move you along. The other card I have is exhaustion reverse. My hope for this is, besides putting down old blocks, getting rid of those old blocks, which carrying those old beliefs of somebody else can be very exhausting. A lot of people, me included, have been really tired so far during Cancer time. So this is my hope that today's going to be like, oh, yay, I feel alive, I feel the Leo, I want to play, getting into that kind of energy today. Let's see. I decided to pull an inner child fairy tale tarot card because inner child. And I pulled the sword and the stone. And the first thing that I came up with this is, and I don't know if this is true, but it's what Spirit's saying, so I'm going to listen. Because I don't remember watching the Disney movie, or I watched Merlin too, the show, but I don't remember. But Arthur, what I got was like, you know, he was able to pull the stone out, or the sword out of the stone, because he was so pure. He was so pure in his intent, and he was just purely moving in his own way, according to his destiny, according to himself. So again, it's getting into the pureness of your soul, of your source, in alignment with that inner child energy. And also in this book it says that the sword is a symbol of divine rulership and might. It represents spiritual will that conquers fear and doubt, the strength of clear thinking, and the fiery force of intuition to help move you into your destiny. To follow your destiny is to honor your spiritual heritage, the soul source energy within, and recognize that you came into the world for a clear purpose. So this is really where we want to go in and through this energy. And the final card, the yantra card, is triangle, which is pointing us in a direction. It's almost like a yod. Look, it's a yod. It's a yod card, even though it says triangle. But triangle, direction, you're starting a new journey. Tune in to follow your inner compass. So all of these tuning in, listening to thine own self, be true to your ultimate soul source energy, your personal guidance and inner voice, be true. And you'll do this by listening to, tuning into, honoring the wisdom of your inner child. So that's it for today. I still have my reading sale going. Like I said, I feel like there's somebody out there who needs to get a reading. I'm keeping it up for one more week through next Sunday, and then that's it for this reading sale. But there's somebody, like, I don't know if they're sitting on the fence or what, but Spirit's like, keep it up. There's a person. So it is up. Enjoy this chill day. Have fun. Play. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.